Man, oh man, 6 new sales, custom sales this week.
Lonnie, I think I have 20 to 25 decorating appointments with all of us here.
Wow, our job is getting so much more, you might say complicated. There's so many critical components in a home that we need to consider in these custom homes.
There are. I think the biggest concern people come to me with is their floor concerns and what flooring should they pick.
There's so many options, and one of them is carpet. And at Granite Ridge, we're really concerned about quality control. And today is Research and Development Day. We're actually looking at carpets and pads and really getting into the specifics as it relates to what product the customer should put in their home.
That's awesome. Let's dive in and take a look and see what all these guys are doing.
Look at this guy.
Right. Dancing
Tony,
or
what are you doing, man?
I'm checking out the twist. You know,
okay.
on a good carpet, you should have a twist level somewhere between 5 and 7. That's per inch, and that's going to really help you.
Does that music help you
the
twist
variability.
with it too?
It does.
Okay.
And so I just keep track to make sure that it's between 5 and 7 per inch, and shows how good the carpet is and shows how good it can last for you.
Twist.
Well,
I never knew that.
Yeah,
well,
that's
you
a
keep
good
twisting.
one.
You can twist. Tony, what are you doing? What are you doing?
This scale is okay, but it's doing not as what I wanted it to. But here's what I'm doing. I'm measuring the face weight. Have you ever heard about that? Face weight is the number of ounces of yarn per square yard. So for instance, a lot of these are around 30, 32. Inexpensive carpet, you can get down there into a 16. No wonder people don't want it. We have amazing quality. Ours is coming in between 30 and 40 ounces per square yard.
So the heavier the face weight, the better the carpet.
Yeah, I think that's the good one, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
And
That's
that's what this
awesome.
is. So
That's why I'm losing or gaining weight, Tony, because I know the face weight.
Oh yeah, good point.
And Luke?
Yeah, this is padding, guys. Don't forget, it's good to have a good quality carpet, but a lot of times what you put underneath that carpet is going to really change how that carpet may feel or act. So, you know, a lot of times you hear 6 pound versus 8 pound. That just has to do with the density that they actually put these sponges in here. So 6 pound is not going to be as dense as an 8 pound. Now, padding has come a long way since your old wafer padding. Now they're starting to put spill guard. This is a vapor barrier, so if you spill anything onto this carpet, it'll stay on top of the carpet. It won't soak into the pad.
Now that helps prevent recurring stains, right?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
we have a lot of people come in and say, hey, I cleaned this spill up about a month ago, but I'm starting to see it again. If you have that pad, that should help with that.
Yeah, it keeps things from really soaking down in. And now they've even gotten a stain master that has a memory foam, just like our mattresses.
Okay.
And it's got an odor eater built into it.
Wow, what do they think of next?
Right. Let's check out what Elizabeth's
Okay,
doing over
okay.
here.
Well, I'm looking at the fiber, the type of carpet fiber. Now, most of ours are a polyester. This is a great material because it's budget friendly, it's stain resistant, it's fade resistant, so we do a lot of this. Another popular one might be nylon. We don't do as much of that because it's pretty expensive, but a benefit of that is it's very resilient.
Those are great options.
So polyester's in.
Polyester's in, but not polyester pants, Lonnie.
That was what I was
Only in
wondering.
your carpet.
Hey, by the way, I'm hearing about how all this stuff is stain resistant. I want you to tell me how well that's going to clean it up.
Sure. It's easy. Go
Okay,
talk
you
to
work
Izzy,
on that.
though. Go
All right,
talk to Izzy.
okay. Izzy, help us out here. What are you doing?
Well, I'm inspecting the carpet density here, and what that has to do with is how well it's the tufting has been done on this. Tufting is basically when they puncture the pile through the material, and so the closer the tufting, the better the quality of the tufting, the more comfort of the carpet, and yeah, so we always start out with level 5 and level 6, which is much better than what other people put in. That you can actually see through it when you hold it up to the light.
Yeah, that's rough.
So density is good.
Density is good, and they've even have the soft back now. The soft back is actually excellent, but even better for remodeling. Remodeling is amazing. That way you don't scratch any of your trim or anything like that.
Okay, so when someone says I'm dense, it's not all that bad, right?
Maybe not. In this case, it's not.
Okay, all right.
All right, JR, you're working up a
JR,
sweat over here.
what you doing, man?
What's going on?
I'm on my 3rd day of training here. I'm testing the durability of the carpet. They say you can do 5 million steps on each one of these things.
What are you up to right now?
I was on... I'm on 1.
Oh, JR.
Sorry,
Trade
JR.
with
Start
somebody?
again.
It's not going to hurt you.
Keep going.
Start again, start
yes,
again.
we gotta go.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Luke, when it comes to padding, it's such a critical thing to consider
Yeah,
in a new
absolutely.
home.
Sometimes people forget to think about that because you don't see it.
And I'm sure glad that weight is not a bad thing.
Oh, Lonnie, I like that. Weight is better.
Yes, it is. Hey, welcome to Between the Studs. I'm Lonnie Norris, and this is part of the Granite Ridge Custom Building Team, including Tony Ranke, our president. We build custom homes in your neighborhood or one of ours, and we love coming into your home and talking about what we do. Thanks for joining us today. I think we got an exciting show. What are we doing, by the way?
Well, I think just based on this, flooring is changing so fast. And flooring, Kayla, is probably one of the most discussed interior decorating items that we can talk about. So it's changing. I think what we do today is talk a little bit about flooring. But before that, why don't we give a little history? Does anybody know when and where flooring started to become pretty important?
Well, if you think about it, we've had ceramic tiles, mosaics, all of those hard surfaces since probably the early, from 4,000 years ago.
Yeah, pyramids.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and I also know that wall-to-wall carpeting wasn't really invented until 1951. Before that, they had just, I guess, wood floors, and Grandma would put the rugs down, and then she'd take the rugs out and beat them.
I remember that.
Out on the clothesline. Remember that?
Yeah.
Back in those days, they did have all the wood flooring and everything like that because it was really easy to clean. And they didn't have vacuum sweepers back then, so they had to have the brooms.
Sure.
Well, I know the first woven carpet mill was in Philadelphia in the United States in 1791. They used wool, though, to weave those carpets.
And now look, we're changing to all
Polyester,
kinds of
nylon,
nylons, things like that. So let's do this. Let's take a break from all of our quality control testing. Let's break off into twos, and let's tell our audience a lot about the new trends, what's happening in flooring. So what's underfoot? That's our discussion today.
Okay.
So Luke, before we talk about our beautiful floors, we need to talk about what's under those beautiful floors in a Granite Ridge custom home.
Yeah, absolutely. The framing underneath the floors is just as important as those beautiful floors that they're going to be talking about later in the show.
Okay.
So let's start with what we got in our hands here. This is called a engineered I-joist, and this is a standard 2x12.
Okay.
In older homes, you've probably seen this at Granite Ridge. We actually use these I-joists, as you can see here, and it's a full 12-inch. Some builders may try to get it down to a 10-inch. The 12-inch can span further, and you're going to notice less bounce.
Also, when they come out, as I understand it, they come out a lot drier.
Yes.
Dimensional lumber comes out with 16, 17, 18% moisture in it.
Absolutely.
These are going to be a lot less than that.
Yeah, so when this dries out, you can actually get more floor squeaks and experience stuff like that, whereas the I-joists, you're going to notice less of that.
And so this is called the web,
Yes, the web.
and this is called the flange.
Yep, the flange, and if you turn that to to the camera there, this flange is extra wide, so it gives us more gluing surface, and then also it gives us more of an area to hit with the nails and screws that we put in.
We have pretty much reduced or eliminated squeaky floors
Yes,
with the
absolutely.
I-joist system. And I do notice that the I is for Indiana, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and if you turn it, we also build in Ohio too.
Ooh, that's not show that part. That's not show part. So then, okay, so we have the I-joist system, and we use those over basements and over the second floor?
Yeah, absolutely. So it spans those floor systems. Yep.
And how far can these span, for example?
You can span these to about 18 feet is where we kind of make the cutoff, so that way you don't get any more bounce in the floor.
I know at Granite Ridge we've decided to span them a little bit less than what they actually can go up to around 20, 21 feet.
Yep, absolutely.
But we don't want squeaky floors.
Right.
Okay, so over the I-joist, we're going to lay what?
Yeah, then over the I-joist, you can see we actually have a tongue and groove subfloor.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
So the tongue and groove, on one end of this, there's a groove. On the other end, there's a tongue that fits nicely into
Kind of
that.
slotted deal so they slip together.
Yeah, so it essentially makes it a nice transition between the two.
So we put down glue, then we slide these together, and then we're going to nail them down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And the tongue groove, the big thing there is you got to make sure you don't get them too tight. You got to allow them to expand and contract slightly as the weathers change. The big difference of ours, our subfloor is we do a dry guard subfloor, so it's a 200-day no sand guarantee.
Okay, so you've got that subfloor out there exposed.
Yeah.
Rain and snow comes down, and you're saying we protect it?
Yeah, we obviously live in an area where we experience a lot of rain and a lot of snow. We can actually leave ours out for 200 days and it won't swell at all.
And that might be a really good stud tip, because we've learned, boy, when that is exposed, you can have problems if you don't include that spatial water guard.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a good stud tip. Okay, great.
Yep.
This is really, really important. Let's move to those beautiful floors.
Yeah, let's do it.
This one with that a lot. We'll do that.
Now, Kayla, one product we use in a lot of homes is vinyl flooring. When people come in, they get really confused. They think linoleum and vinyl are the same thing, but they're very different, aren't they?
They are very different. So linoleum was linseed oil mixed with powdered cork, powdered wood, and a lot of different soft products. That was an absolute nightmare. So we definitely don't use that here anymore.
So really the only thing they have in common is they both come in a sheet. Because vinyl is made of vinyl, of course, fiberglass, felt, and dyes. I know it's come a long way too. Sometimes it's hard to even tell what's on a floor.
Very true. So we do this wood looking floor in a sheet vinyl all the time, and people literally have to get down and feel it to know that it's a vinyl floor. So we love this, and the warranties are amazing on this, Elizabeth.
And it's really easy to take care of.
It's very easy to take care of. So we have some that, you know, we started about $250 a square foot that's installed. So it's a great deal, very affordable for a lot of people. And you have some awesome looks. The minimum here at Granite Ridge is a 10-year warranty. So, you know, a lot of different companies start out at a 1 year, you know, the apartment grade types of vinyl. It's okay for what it is, but it's only probably a 1 year warranty. There's 5-year warranties. We won't go anything less than 10. And we go all the way up to 20 or 25 here.
Wow, it's amazing, and I love this selection. We have a great selection.
You can get tiles, you can get wood looking, you have variation too. We have some that have offset patterns and so many different things. There's really a wide variety for any style.
Okay, now Kayla, the next most common type of flooring in our homes is obviously carpet. Let's talk a little bit about our carpet.
All right, let's go do that here.
Okay.
Let's take a look at all this awesome carpet we have to offer here.
We have a lot to select from, but what I want to point out, Kayla, is a lot of your carpets start at a level 1. So you see here we have a great chart, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ours start at a typical 5 or 6. There's a huge difference. Just by feeling on this board, you can tell the difference. And if you take these off a level 1, you can actually see through the carpet.
It's absolutely amazing. And I love all the different brands that we're able to offer here. That way we can get a wide variety and get just about anything for everybody's needs. So we have Armstrong, we have Shaw, Mohawk, and a new one a lot of people might not have heard of yet is Dreamweaver, one of my favorite brands.
And Kayla, there's a lot of different patterns you can choose from, a lot of different colors. So I would say there's literally hundreds of choices.
Definitely. I mean, you have plush style, friezes. We even have a sculpted carpet, which is really in right now. So many different things to show and offer. You can get a lot of everything. We have grays and browns, any style, any look.
Now, Kayla, I know a big talking point with you when you're talking to clients is the transition. So you're transitioning from a carpet to a tile or a carpet to a vinyl. What do you do?
Well, besides that, you have those transitions. So you want to make sure you're looking at a floor. A lot of our flooring options here actually have matching transitions in the wood products. So, or even the vinyl products. Some of the manufacturers make matching transitions. Now, the other thing to consider is if you have a partial basement. What are you going to do if your vinyl goes all the way across that? Then we're talking metal transition strips, wood transition strips that we stain, but we are here to help people with that and make the most educated decision for the application.
That's really important.
Okay, girls, I heard you talking about transition strips, especially vinyl to carpet. I've got a history lesson for everybody. As you know, I love history. And this isn't not just a stud. That's not me, right?
Okay.
Wow.
This was the original transition strips. Now, what I mean by that is back in the old days, the flooring was thresh. It was straw because they had dirt floors. So what happened is many of the animals, the people, when they would walk indoors and outdoors, they had to hold the thresh in the house. They would put this up, hold the thresh, and they started calling them thresholds,
Okay.
which is kind of a transition strip.
Yeah.
Fun history.
Hey. Why do you keep working that spot?
Jenny made me move some furniture, and I'm trying to get out these marks I left on the carpet.
Oh, I got a tip for you.
Better than this vacuum?
Oh yeah. So
Good.
just take a little bit of ice.
Okay.
You put it down in that indentation, maybe put a few cubes around there. You let that ice cube melt. That'll raise that spot right up. You'll never be able to tell it's there.
No kidding?
Yeah.
I don't got the patience for this. How long does this take? Is there a way to speed this up?
Yeah, actually there is. Everybody's got a blow dryer at home. Take a blow dryer, turn it on, let that melt right there. After a few minutes, you're good to go.
You just saved me a ton of time. I can play golf this weekend.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Luke.
Now, I'm not a real good decorator. You are. Tell me this. Does that go with these two?
No, that's not going to work.
Okay, now these two you're saying do go.
They do,
I
yes.
love this mosaic. Okay, how about this one then? This has got some really interesting metals.
It's okay. It's
Okay, so I'm getting better and better, aren't I?
You are.
Okay, we get the great subject of tile. Porcelain tile is the word. Ceramic tile is something that's out. Now, historically, we have evolved over the last 4,000 years into so many different styles, which we'll talk about. Tell me this. Give us the difference of why is it now called porcelain tile versus ceramic tile, and which one is better?
Well, Tony, I should clarify, both are currently on the market. So you do see a lot of ceramic and a lot of porcelain, but what we use is porcelain tile. It's better. The difference is it's a through body. So if you have a chip, you're not going to see like an orangey color. It's a through body. You're going to see the color through, versus a ceramic, it's going to really stick out.
Makes sense. Now, I've heard this one word called vitreous and non-vitreous. Could you
Yes.
explain that to our audience?
Sure. The porcelain tile is non-vitreous, so that means it's water resistant. So we use this in all of our tile showers. We
Okay.
do a lot of porcelain tile showers. We probably did over 100 last year.
Master bedroom, bath probably, and even now in kitchens, because it is water resistant. Is that
You're
correct?
correct. And you know, we're seeing a lot of this look. People like wood, but they want something more water resistant. So there's a porcelain tile that looks like wood.
Wow. Tell me this. What are the different styles that you've seen change? Are they larger, smaller? Mosaics, of course, are the small pieces. What are you seeing now?
Well, we're seeing the mosaics for accents. So in your shower, you may do an accent strip. You may use this on your backsplash. We don't see a lot of this on the floor. Now, when it comes to the floor, we're seeing big tiles, 18 by 18, 24 by 24, and you can mix it up into a pattern. We're doing a lot of herringbone pattern, which is really pretty.
Okay, quality is a very big part of your pick on ceramic tiles. I've heard that there's 5 levels. What do we use?
We start at a level 3, so ours are typically 3 to 5, so great. One of the other differences too is if you go to a box store, you know, you'll say, oh, I can pick up a tile very, very inexpensively, but there's a big difference. That probably is a ceramic tile, and there's a big difference on the back. You'll see this backing, there's a lot of grip, so when you're laying this tile, there's grip. Whereas a lot of the ceramics are pretty flat, and that's not really good for install or for holding
And
up.
a really big stud tip is this. If you're doing the larger tiles, especially your 2x2s, you better get a 4 or 5 level, because if not, it will easily crack. Okay, what else would you say now price-wise can our audience expect?
On pricing, you're looking at anywhere from $6 on up. Now that would be installed in a new construction setting. So $6. Sometimes when you get into something like this, you'll see this is about $8 or $8.50.
Okay, well, the evolution of tile is unbelievable. Please stop out at Granite Ridge. We would love to talk to you about the new mosaics. I also saw that they have marble now, and they've got different styles. The wood ones are astounding. Can you show me just a couple other ones that you think
Sure.
might be good for me?
And you know, you can mix all these up too. You don't have to use porcelain. You can put marble.
I mean, look at the
with
wood. Unbelievable.
I really like this one here. That's one of my favorites.
that one,
Yeah.
Kayla, one of the most popular items in every home is a wood flooring, whether it be an actual hardwood or something that just resembles a wood look. There's a ton of different names and terms. I hear resilient plank, I hear laminates, I hear Core-Tech brands getting thrown out. Can you explain to me and our audience what some of these actually are?
Yeah, we'll take it one by one here. So I want to start with the resilient planks, or more commonly known as luxury vinyl tiles or luxury vinyl planks. Now that is a vinyl wood-looking floor installed just like a laminate with a tongue and groove, or some even have adhesive tabs. So couple different installation methods, but it is a vinyl product. It's a little bit thicker, so it's definitely preferred over the sheet vinyl. Usually has a lifetime, 20-year to lifetime warranty on it, and you have so many different colors and styles. You can get rustic looks, you can get traditional looks, and so we have so many different brands of that too. Like you mentioned, we have Core-Tech, Metrofloor, and Armstrong. Now the Core-Tech, you like this one now.
I like this one. There's some great properties of this one. It's got a lifetime warranty on it, right?
Yep.
It's also 100% waterproof.
It is.
And they advertise it as kid-proof and pet-proof, so it's perfect for somebody like you.
It is. We really like Cortec too because of this cork bottom. That's what the Cortec is made of. It has a cork bottom, but it's still 100% waterproof, and it's a vinyl on top. And so this here is really great for if you need to reduce that sound. You know, we're doing woods in great rooms and in, you know, whole houses a lot more, but that can get very echoey and just a little bit stale in the environment. But this definitely helps cut down on the sound because of that soft cork bottom.
The nice part about both of these products is they're very durable and very cost effective, right? Compared to what we're going to talk about next, which is an actual engineered or true hardwood.
It is. So the resilient planks or luxury vinyl planks, they start around $3 to $4 on up to about $5.50 a square foot, again installed, and everything that goes with that. And these are typically floating floors, so you help save a little bit of cost with any sort of underlayment or pad.
So moving into what you call an engineered floor or a true hardwood, what are some of the differences between this, what we just talked about, and then the actual hardwood?
Well, this is an actual vinyl product, and engineered or solid woods are an actual wood product. So with an engineered, you have a thin layer of the actual wood on top with basically particle board underneath to cut down on the cost. Now with that, it's gorgeous. You have the true properties of wood, but it'd be very careful in moisture areas. You definitely don't want to put it in laundry rooms or bathrooms, and you definitely want to be careful. It can fade and scratch a little bit easier too, depending on the type of wood you would get.
And that can be the tricky part, is we're doing all these open concepts, so that flooring is kind of flowing throughout the house. So it's hard to transition from a hardwood to maybe an engineered product like we're looking at.
Exactly. And then you have your solid wood, usually 3/4 inch thick, nailed in, so we definitely don't want to do it on a slab application unless you build up that floor, which could definitely add to the cost as well. The good thing about solid wood though is it can be sanded through and refinished as many times as you want because of how thick it is. Now you're ranging up in cost probably $10 to $14 a square foot, so definitely not quite as friendly to the budget, but absolutely gorgeous for the right application, the right person. It's definitely something that is a wow factor.
I've got a foyer I think I want to redo. Can you go show me some of those samples?
Yeah, let's go take a look.
peek.
Nice having these lockers in the garage, isn't it?
I love them in the garage. It's a great way to put things away and still have it accessible to you in the garage.
You know, the garage right now is another area that we could talk about flooring on, because it is becoming more and more popular to actually just not have concrete down.
Yeah, from rubber mats to, you know, the small squares that they've put inside there. There's lots of different options, but they've even got some newer options now that are more durable.
You know, they have a lot of the epoxies that are going on right now. There is people staining the concrete floors that are going on in the garages as well. Plus, there are some people who are heating the garage floors.
Yep. And actually the hybrid polymer is one of the newest brands of the epoxy that the only thing that can destroy it is acid or a battery acid is really the only thing that can destroy it. So it's a really tough polymer there.
You know, Izzy, that actually reminds me of a stud tip right now, and it comes with those epoxy floors. You can go to the big box stores and buy the kits and put it in yourself, but if you don't do that right, there are some serious things that can go wrong.
The hot tire pickup is the biggest problem. When you actually, you know, after you've been driving and you've actually got your tires, you picked up some heat, you roll on top of that epoxy or polymer, and when you pull right back out, it's actually stuck to it and pulls some of it off. So, stud tip of the day, make sure you use a professional when you do epoxies or polymers.
By the way, I really liked your boots. I don't know if that's working or not.
Yeah, it's not really putting off much heat.
But you know, it is nice to be outside and talking about flooring and talking about all the different options that you have for actually outdoor flooring.
Yeah, well, we're standing on a deck, so let's start with decks. Obviously, you got wood decks. Now, wood decks, they're nice. The big thing there you got to keep in mind is when you're installing a wood deck, you got the grain pattern here.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the correct way to do that, Tony? Do you want the grain smiling at you or frowning at you?
You want it frowning at you, because if it's smiling, it's actually laughing at you by the way the boards may bow later on.
Yeah, exactly. Water will sit in here and those boards will actually start to cup. Now,
so let's do it the right way.
Yep, we'll put it so you want it frowning at you. The other thing is, obviously with wood decks, you got a lot of maintenance. You got to keep them stained or painted. Now there's been a lot of new products that have come on the market. You got composite decks. The big thing there is not all composite decks are made equal. Some still have natural products in them. They can still rot, they can still get mold. Now they got some very, very expensive stuff out there, but really it's almost maintenance free.
So really you're looking more like $20, $25 a square foot if you're talking more of the wood deck.
Yep.
And then it goes up into the $30 to $40 a square foot for the complete maintenance free.
Yeah, or up. Yep, they got a lot of nice stuff out there.
You know, another one that's going on right now that's really maintenance free is actually porcelain tile. They're actually taking it outside.
Yeah, absolutely. You can take that tile from inside and put it right outside. You have to do a few things as far as the installation's concerned, but it makes a real nice look, a real clean, great look on the outside.
Another wonderful look that's going on right now is actually using a lot of brick pavers, not only on the back of the house, or the back patio, but also actually taking it up to your front door.
Yeah, absolutely. Brick pavers are easy to install. They make low profile ones. You can go right over the top of an existing patio and really dress up the outside.
I've been hearing that people actually are gaining thousands of dollars on resale by updating that whole front door area of their home with that.
Another big trend right now is stamped concrete.
Yeah.
It's huge. You can make stamped look like stones. You can make it look like a wood deck. Really, there's hundreds of different stamps out there. It really, whatever you're looking for.
You know, there's just so many different options out there. There's actually staining of concrete too.
Yes.
And we just got some more done in the back. Want to go take a look at it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, Kayla, my head is spinning. I am so glad Granite Ridge Builders has qualified home designers to help us with all these many flooring selections.
It can be overwhelming, and I do have to say, all of the designers here, we inspect every single sample before bringing it into our showroom to make sure it is up to Granite Ridge quality and standards before we'll put it out.
Great job.
You know, over the years, we've built probably about 5,000 homes. And if you average the square footage, do you know how many square feet of flooring that is?
Could be a lot.
10 million square feet of flooring.
That's 230 acres.
Yes, so that's almost 230 football fields.
experience.
That's a lot of experience and a lot of flooring.
So as always, guys, we want to thank you for tuning in today. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please just pick up the phone, give us a call, visit the website below. Even better yet, come in the front door. We'd love to meet you and show you all these amazing flooring options.
Okay, we better get back to work, guys.
Okay,
We
yeah,
wasted
yeah.
way too much
That's
time.
terrible.
You might want to trade.
I need lunch. I want to put on a little weight.
You're on your own.
All right.
Oh, man.
Here, I'll hold it.
You'll hold it?
Yeah.
One,
I think you need this
two,
one back here.
3.
Elizabeth, let's take a look at all this carpet that we have here to offer.
We have a lot of great selections. And Kayla, what I want to point out is our
Okay.
sorry. Now, Kayla, I know one big consideration on your flooring is a threshold. Can you explain that?
Definitely. So you want to make sure it's through yep.
You're gonna start off with the stud tip?
Yeah, I'll start off with that too.
Speak the hot top trends.
Let's go.
I think it was okay.
Hey, B-roll, B-roll. Well, we got ourselves a blooper.
We got a blooper.
We'll have to cut that. That was good.